This is Feed Your Mind. So Will Duffy was in a debate with Sean Griffin about the final experiment and flat earth. And so this is where you have to make a decision on how you're going to defend the flat earth if you're in a debate. And so when the final experiment comes up, are you going to go with the movie studio option, or are you going to go with the option that Sean Griffin went with, which was the option that I've covered in several of my previous videos? So check out my final experiment playlist and get caught up if you haven't gotten caught up yet, because this is the other option where you're going to have to explain how the 24-hour sun was visible in Antarctica without using the movie studio option, which is the mirrored dome option.
I showed you a video of the South Celestial Pole, which is stars rotating in the opposite direction, which is impossible on a flat Earth.
No, it's not. It's actually an optical effect of the firmament. So as you move to the outer edges of the firmament, the optical lights that are circling over the center of the firmament, they have an effect on the outer edge, and there's different stars and how they project to be seen according to the outer edge of the firmament. This is it's a part of the rotation that you see as your hemispheric dome of observation is what it's called. Right? It's actually the very video that I skipped in my opening presentation because of time. And so as you actually are looking around, there's a convergence point between the ground that you're looking at in the distance with all the stars and everything in the atmosphere is how your eye works. There's a convergence point. And so as you turn a 360, you can only see so far. And as you do that, you see different, you only see a limit to how many stars you can see in the sky. And that hemispheric dome of observation will change the further to the outer edges of the circle of the Earth that you get to, allowing you to see the stars rotating in a different fashion above your head at the outer edges of the Earth. So this is it's a mixture of how your eyes work with the hemispheric dome of vision with the optical effects of a dome with lights above it shining down into it.
And so this option aligns with a few other flat earthers who are researching this option, where we're saying that basically you can explain the 24-hour sun on a flat earth Gleason's map using the logic of the dome and the optics of the dome, where you would see a mirrored reflection of the sun. It wouldn't be the actual sun, it would be an apparent sun. So in Antarctica, anywhere around the outer ring, you're going to see the mirrored reflection from the source sun, which would be possibly the Polaris star. If it's not the Polaris star, that's the source sun. It would be the source sun somewhere in the north area. It could even go out as far as the equator. Who knows really how it works? But when it gets down to it, we're going to have to redefine this option of explaining what happened with the 24-hour sun if you're going to say that they actually saw something down there. Otherwise, some people are saying it could have been some type of technology. But I think Sean Griffin made a great decision using this option, because, I mean, right now you would have to all out prove that it was not real. So do you think that they didn't go to Antarctica, or do you think they went and there was some type of recording studio out there where they could produce an image of the 24-hour sun in the studio using 360 technology? We did see the sun changing shape and everything. So look, people are going to have to get along on this, though, because really, if I was in a debate like Sean Griffin, I would probably go with the mirrored dome reflection option as well, because right now you would just need more evidence that it was faked. You know what I'm saying? For the 24-hour sun to be faked, you would have to really double down on that, and you would have to make a decision to use that in an argument and stand by it. But I don't know how strong that defense would be. You have to look at it like if this was a courtroom or something. What option would you go with for your defense? So if you're defending the flat earth, you're going to have to either go all out that it was faked, or you're going to have to really start looking into this other alternative option of explaining the 24-hour sun. And I think this other option, I mean, I'd probably use that in a debate as well. I think it's the most logical option for now. I'm not dismissing the fake sun. I'm not dismissing that they could have faked the whole thing and deceived everybody. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but I would still, right now, would think that wouldn't be the strongest argument right now. I would think the strongest argument is what Sean Griffin decided to use, which was the mirrored reflection of the dome, the apparent sun. What they saw in Antarctica, you would see a reflective sun. You would see an apparent sun in the sky. Doing the reverse just because you're seeing the optics from the dome firmament. And so the sky would be projecting the sun into the sky, doing the reverse through the mirrored dome. So I really thought he did a great job defending the flat earth using this argument. I'd like to see what more people are going to do when it comes to this debate, and if they're going to use this argument or not. I think you do have to address the 24-hour sun in a debate at this point. I don't think you can just dismiss it, because that's not going to get you very far. Dismissing the question, refusing to answer the question, dodging the question, that's not what we do on Flat Earth. We're not going to do that, because that's not going to be a good look for the Flat Earth, to try to get out of answering the question. And when you just say it's fake, it might be seen as kind of trying to dodge the question. You could come up with arguments, because there was a lot of anomalies that we discovered when it comes to the 24-hour sun that you can bring up. I'm not going to cover all that right now. You can go back in my final experiment playlist and see where I've covered all of the anomalies. There's more anomalies that you can bring up as well. And so when it comes down to it, I mean, if you're in a debate, just decide, because if this question comes up, and it probably will, you're going to have to defend the flat earth in the best way possible. And I guess we're going to have to see how more debates go. We're going to see what option they choose to defend the flat earth with. Are they going to use the option of the mirrored dome? And I think as we continue to use that option like Sean Griffin used, it's going to get easier to explain, because when it comes down to it, this has to do with the southern star rotation, and it has to do with this topic, and it's going to come up now. So we're going to have to defend the flat earth in the best way possible, and I think this is the way to do it. Sean Griffin did a great job defending the flat earth using this option. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section about what you thought about all this. I'm going to leave a link if you want to watch the whole debate between Sean Griffin and Will Duffy. I'll also leave a link to my final experiment playlist, my other channels, my Feature Mind store, my free email newsletters, and much more. If you would like to support this channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep this channel online by becoming a YouTube member or a monthly patron. I also have a thank you button. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get over 500 likes on this video. This has been Feature Mind signing off.